Hold on. It should be good. It should be good. I think we're good.
Looks good.
I think we're good. Well, if not, it's going to be good in a second. Thank you for being here. I was just actually saying before I realized it wasn't even live was that I'm no longer going to set it up on my laptop because that has just caused issues multiple times now. So thank you, everybody, for being here. Squishy, Mark, everyone else in the chat here looking at you already. We got a ton of different questions and hellos and different plays and whatnot. So thank you, everybody, for being here. And happy Father's Day, all the fathers in the chat. Mark / Rob, whoever you are today, and Squishy. How has your weekend been so far? Did you get like breakfast in bed? Is that like what do you Pop-Tarts in bed?
Dude, I woke up this morning with no kids because they're at my in-laws' house. You know, my cousin my niece is here, so like it's party time for them. So we had date night last night. All right, so I'm a seafood guy, so we went out to a seafood place, had some raw bar, had some beautiful halibut and bouillabaisse, just all the good stuff.
Bouillabaisse.
yeah, man. We did it up. We did it dirty. A little dirty martini as well, but that was just one. And this morning I woke up to like hash browns and coffee and
nice.
Dude, breakfast and in bed. It was insane.
I was joking. That's awesome.
I know. Who could have done it better? I mean, I'm not worthy. I mean, you look at me. I'm not worthy anyway. But like, I'm not worthy today. I feel great.
That's awesome.
I don't want to follow that up. I mean, that should have been the closer, to be honest. Because listen, there is a benefit to be at my age. There's a benefit of having grown children. I am a grandfather, so it's great because they don't come over to the house early. They come over a little bit later, so it's not breakfast in bed, but I get to hang out with the grandkids. And on top of that, the one child that is still living here as he is finishing up his college, he sleeps until 11:30. So there's none of that early morning stuff that I have to worry about. I've got to leave here at 12:15 because we're playing 2 gigs today. One of them is a Father's Day party, but tomorrow is going to be spent. Listen, we're throwing some steaks on the grill, little bourbon, little beer. Call that one done.
Love it. That was a good follow-up. I don't know, man. That's good.
Well, I mean, I'm just I'm gonna be seeing some family this weekend, and my girlfriend's parents are here and everything. So there's a lot going on, and that's a good segue into saying we are going to keep it short and sweet and to the point today. I want to be able to get out of here by noontime, anyways. Got some things to do on my own, but thank you for everybody for also already tuning in and all of that. I want to pass it off immediately here to Mark. What anything on the Yerfy scene today for you?
Yeah. Listen, it's always kind of weird because so for the past couple Saturdays, and I can be honest about it. It's been absolutely horrible, right? I'm looking at the slate. And I'm like breaking this down. The model is kicking out what they're projecting. Go with it. And then Saturdays have been absolutely squirrely. So I retooled, revamped, and started getting just back right down to the basics and targeting 3 teams. We won 2 of the 3. We won the 3-teamer last night, the full inning last night, and then the stupid Houston Astros scored a run on a throwing error, or else we would have had the full sweep of yesterday's board. But today we're going to the tried and true, the teams that have been horrible, and I'm talking about the New York Mets, team specific, the Cleveland Guardians, who are absolutely garbage in the first inning, and sorry, Squishy, the Boston Red Sox.
I'm not a Red Sox fan, brother.
Oh, that looks like a Red Sox logo.
It doesn't?
He is living in enemy territory, as we say.
Oh, Oh, so you're a New York fan living in Boston?
Yeah.
Oh.
I like enemy territory. It strengthens the soul. It thickens the skin. And I'm a mama's boy. My mom is full New York. My dad, when he was alive, he was full Boston. So we got split up like religion, my brother and me. So my brother's Boston and I'm New York. And dude, like, I got the better deal. I'm a Knicks fan. Right now, I'm living high.
Well, I will say, shout out to the Knicks. I got to get a little bit more Knicks gear in my wardrobe. I've always been very baseball focused, but certainly this Knicks run has made me want to follow basketball a little bit more. So I'm very happy about that. And thank you to everybody popping in. We got Mr. 905 saying good morning. Liddy, what is going on? D. Johnson said, glad to be back. Sports Savant, appreciate you popping in, Sports Savant. Of course, as always, we got big time Tigers fan. And then, yeah, it looks like Jason, I apologize. Jason was getting a little antsy in here. He said good morning. Then he said, well, we're waiting. So it looks like we already got some plays and stuff in here. I love to highlight some of these as
and
well.
I will tell you, Amex, for the full inning play, if you don't have, so you can find those team-specific markets on DraftKings, Bovada, Bet365, Fanatics. If you don't have access to those books, and I know a lot of people are starting to, across the entire country, are looking at the prediction markets like Kalshi and Poly Market, where they do have yes run, no run, but they only have full inning plays. The full inning game that I love today for a Nerfy is that New York Mets, Philadelphia Phillies game. You got Freddie Peralta pitching for the Mets. He's been decent. He's a 4-1 road Nerfy this season. He's got a .118 first inning batting average, so he's really limiting traffic. A even better .60 first inning whip. So I love that spot.
All right, and I'm also making sure I get everything. See, got a bunch of different plays here, but we also got Rob giving me plays on Twitter over here, so I'm trying to make sure I get to these two and I see what he's giving us. I just wanted to say, because I had to look this up, and let me. He posted a play for WNBA that if you go to the Twitter tweet, my Twitter, you'll see it there. But the first name, Ryan Howard. That's a girl in this league, Ryan Howard, or a woman, I should say. I'd be respectful. But like,
I thought that was
Ryan Howard. That's
Ryan Howard recently played for the Savannah Bananas.
Oh, really? I missed that. I did not see that. But like that's such a sick name. I hope that they were Phillies fans. And then when they named her, it was like, wow, our name is Howard. We were hoping we were gonna have a boy, but it's a girl.
I think
so
it's
we'll just name you Ryan. RHYNE. That's an awesome name.
She plays for the
I just saw
Atlanta
that
Dream.
as the first name on there.
Yeah, she plays for the Atlanta Dream. She's a guard.
There you go. So yeah, he's got Ryan Howard, Aaliyah Boston, Sophie Cunningham. Look at that that play there in the tweet. And then also he gave us a play here on Yoshinobu Yamamoto, 6 strikeouts, Walbert Arena over 3.5 strikeouts. Yeah, I don't dislike that one. I think bringing Yamamoto down on the strikeouts is one of my like favorite ways to play this here today. And similar, anytime you see a heavy money line favorite, I think you could do something like that. But you get that heavy money line for the Dodgers tonight, right? You get -267 against the Orioles. And I think that maybe Yoshinobu Yamamoto's strikeout line is pushed up a little bit too far. And similarly kind of felt that about Roki Sasaki last night and still decided to try to take a shot and, go up the ladder at 7, 8, 9. And he ended with 6. And, he certainly could have had more. I mean, I think he had 4 strikeouts in 2 2/3 innings. So for Yamamoto, maybe it's just getting down to that 6 number with the money line. It takes the money line all the way down from, that -267 to -123. Haven't looked at I think 5 is probably going to be too juicy. minus 172. I mean, hey, you're still getting $1 off pretty much for Yamamoto to hit 5 strikeouts. I think he could do that rather easily. And then 6 even, I think he could do rather easily. So just an interesting way to play that pitcher prop. And I do like Rob giving us that one. So thank you, Rob. Thank you.
Guys, it's a good weather day all around. There's not going to be anything that seems to be delaying anything. I don't really need to go down through the weather too much. All I'll say is that good hitting weather at Yankee Stadium, good hitting weather at Detroit, at Comerica. It's going to be just fine hitting weather everywhere. I mean, even the wind's blowing in at Coors, but that doesn't matter. There's no precipitation. This is great, dudes. Wind's blowing out in Sacramento, and so that's going to be a beautiful game of target for hitting as well. What a fine day of baseball. This is going to be great.
Yeah, it looks great. It really doesn't look like there's any issues. Kevin Roth's not giving us everything he's given us is green. Yankee Stadium, we of course we get Colorado, Sacramento. Those are two of the best hitting environments you're going to see, on any day that there's a game in either of those ballparks. But outside of that, Yankee Stadium looks really solid for hitting today. Just even where I live, I mean, I'm a bit upstate from New York City, but even where I live, like it's been really windy the last, 12 to 24 hours, I guess you would say. Yesterday was kind of starting to be really windy. Then it stormed. And then, now the wind has returned and everything is just wind out there. So I would not be surprised if it's, the forecast says it's 15-mile-an-hour winds. I wouldn't be surprised if it's very similar. Just, and
that's the sustained wind, Amags. That's if you look at the U.S. Open right now, they're playing in 30 to 40-mile-an-hour gusts on top of the sustained winds at 15.
Yeah, that's not like the gust. That's like that 15 is sitting there the whole game, it looks like. So the only thing you really don't get is humidity. The humidity kind of tapered off after the storm, and it looks pretty clear. But I mean, hey, it's still mid-80s. It's going to be hot in New York, and you get Andrew Abbott, you get Will Warren. I mean, there's certainly going to be some potential for home runs here. I've already played Ben Rice on the total bases again today. I played it yesterday. I played it the day before. It is, I know we wanted to bring the videos back. It's something that I at least wanted to bring up and show. So I will do that. I mean, now I don't know. I know we don't have a ton of time. Now might be a good time just to briefly show some of the hardship that I have experienced over the last 48 hours here. So let me pull this up real quick. I don't know if anyone else has seen this.
I saw it. That was crazy.
So I tweeted it out, but over the past, it wasn't yesterday because Ben Rice finally did hit the homer yesterday. But for the previous 2 nights, I had bet on Miguel Vargas and Ben Rice in each night for their hits, runs, and RBIs. Actually, the second night was on total bases. I kind of doubled down, more so because we can only get total bases on the Sportsline website, which is unfortunate. But that, if I could get hits, runs, RBIs, I would have played the hits, runs, RBIs on there instead. But regardless, Ben Rice is at 2.5. Miguel Vargas was at 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs, and each of them had a ball hit on each night. So this is 4 different events, 4 different batted balls, one by each on each night. Ben Rice was robbed. I'm going to show it to you here. Everson Pereira runs face first into the wall to catch a ball that had like a 530 expected batting average. And there was like a 730 expected batting average from Vargas, which was a ball he hit 400 feet to center field. That was caught at the wall. Then the next night you had very similarly 700 and 800 plus expected batting averages for those 2 batted balls. Each of them, again, caught for outs. And so it was just such bad luck over and over that I was like, I have to bring this up and show what has happened here. So I'm pulling it up real quick. I will say maybe I could have found these moments earlier. I guess I could have.
Don't be too hard on yourself, man.
Found these. I should have lined these up for you here, but I know where they were in the game. So while I do this, I know I had actually sent someone to our show today. I don't remember who it was. I think it was someone from the Sportsline Discord. I sent them here today because of the Nerfy and the Yerfy stuff. Mark, maybe can you mention, is there anything in the, because I've spoken about it too, Yerfys, and how you're consistently getting your, better hitters a lot of times in these lineups are reaching in that first inning in terms of, getting up. If somebody reaches base, then, you're into the fourth, maybe fifth hitter. Do you have anything on Yerfys today, or just any ideas and thoughts about them while I pull this video up? Because they were asking about Nerfies, but also Yerfys. I think they said the Phillies game was the Nerfy that they liked.
So it's interesting because one of the things that we look at when we're lining up Yerfys and Nerfies, and to be honest with you, there are a ton of spots that frankly scared the hell out of me today on the Major League Baseball schedule as far as runs being scored in the first. So you have to understand that my approach to this is always I'm looking to target the no runs, typically because that's where you find the better odds. Okay. So targeting the no run first inning is the framework that I'm working in. If you're looking for a Yerfy play, I can tell you right now that there's a couple of great pitcher matchups. Who did I see? Boston. Boston's facing Seattle. Seattle's a little close, but Boston's going to have a Connolly early, who's 3-4, which means he's 4-3 Yerfy on the road. Opponents have a 441 WOBA facing him. He's got a first inning whip of 1.43. That's a great spot to look against this Seattle team that is averaging 250 in the first inning. The other one I really like is the Angels and Athletics for a yes run first inning. First of all, they're playing in a minor league stadium, which always is dangerous. Second is that the Angels are going to have Walbert Urania on the mound. He's 2-2 Yerfy on the season when he's on the road. He struggles more on the road than he does at home. At home, he is a Nerfy magician. On the road, he's a little more vulnerable. And the Athletics right now are just, the A's are killing, they're crushing it. They're batting .375 in the first. They have a .463 first inning WOBA, 30 base hits at home over the last 30 days in the first inning. They're getting walks, 6 home runs. I mean, these guys are just lighting it up. The Angels on the other side, they're not doing that bad either. They're batting .220 in the first with a .310 WOBA. But more importantly, both these pitchers have opponent batting averages over 300, opponent WOBAs over 400, and first inning whips over 1.5. These guys are putting guys on base. We got a lot of early inning traffic. That's probably the best spot according to the analytics of a Yerfy hitting. So if you're looking for a Yerfy, that LA Angels and Homeless Athletics game is perfect.
Well, that's awesome. That's perfect too. If you were watching that game last night, what an incredible game that was. I mean, it feels scripted. Like it legitimately feels scripted at some point where one team goes up big, 4 runs in the first inning, and then they go back down big, down 10-4. Then they're tying the game. It's like just a nuts back and forth. So yeah, great scoring environment, and I like the Yerfy there as well. I was actually going to play it as you were talking. All right, so real quick, I want to show. This is the all right, so hold on, I have to remove this. This is the first one. Hold on. I think I'm in the wrong window. This is the second night, actually. Might have been the first night. Regardless, these happen on back-to-back nights. This is how they end the game. I have Miguel Vargas over 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs. He already has a hit. And how about we hit it there? Over 100 miles an hour exit velo. I believe it was 403 feet. Cody Bellinger tracks it down to end the game. And then, so this would have been the previous night or the night before, whatever. I don't know what I'm talking about.
I think it was Thursday or something like that.
It was Thursday. It was Wednesday, Thursday.
Yeah.
Wednesday, Thursday, this happened. So Wednesday, Thursday, there's back-to-back nights at Yankee Stadium. I bet on Miguel Vargas and Ben Rice each night. These are the two for Vargas. So that was one night where he hit that 403. Bellinger ends the game on it. This is after Tim Hill got pulled. Fernando Cruz could not do his job. They gave up a grand slam. Now here comes Camilo Doval. We're launching against Camilo Doval, top 8. Again, the cavernous center field that is Yankee Stadium. Those balls were, I think it was 10 and 15 ballparks for those where it would have gone out. And that's the Benintendi grand slam that they're showing again against the terrible, terrible, terrible Camilo Doval. So that's those two. Then here we have, I'm going to show you the Ben Rice one. I mean, this was egregious.
I think you got to change the panels because the video's not showing.
Hold on. This was. Can you see this or no?
No.
There. Did you see the other one, the Miguel Vargas one?
No, we saw the first one.
Okay, I'll have to run back the Miguel Vargas one. That's in the same game here, though. Look at this Ben Rice one. Hold on, I'm pulling this one up. Look at this Ben Rice one. I mean, this guy's face first into the wall. It's a 10-3 game. What are we doing? Let me get. It's a 10-3 game. What are we doing? 10-3 game to 7, and now he's on the IL. He's on the IL because he stole my money.
His face first, and now you hope that Pereira is.
I mean.
Sends this one deep in the air to left center field. Pereira on the move, out the wall. Oh, what a catch!
What are we doing?
First.
Listen, that's why they always play the game. You never quit. You always go. I don't care what the score is.
Oh, that's
it's a 10-3 game. His career might be over.
That was wild. Well, he made the Sports
I get why you're ticked because you lost the bet on that incredible catch. First of all, it's an incredible catch.
Yeah,
second of all,
the
guy has one speed. It's just to go.
I could not believe that one was terrible.
That's woo.
I'm going to show you this. I'll get the Miguel Vargas one, but I'm going to show you this other Ben Rice one here real quick. Who I think he didn't end the game. It was the first batter of the 9th inning. Might have been second batter. I think it was first. He came up first, though. This is the Ben Rice one. I'm going to pull it up here. So look at this one. I mean, this center field has got me multiple times in this series.
That one didn't.
This center field took 4 bets from me. It flipped 4 wins into losses. These were each of them were home runs. Did that not show up? Okay.
There you go.
Okay. Let's go back because I'm just sitting here upset about it by myself right now. This is insane. Look at this.
Cody Bellinger,
you can see this now. I know you can see this now.
Your options, they're all going to hit this inning.
Look at this. This center field stole from me. You saw the first Vargas one. Look where this one is.
Tracking in and makes the catch.
I mean,
right at the wall.
That's another 103, whatever it was, mile an hour.
The Optimum Fiber, famously fast replay.
That one showed.
That's another good. Like 103, whatever it was, mile an hour. Absolutely crushed the baseball, and it didn't matter. The Miguel Vargas one, I believe, is the previous inning. So let me show you that here. It's right after the Benintendi grand slam, which I believe is the one you did not see. If you did see it, act like you didn't see it. The one against Camilo Doval. I don't think we saw this one.
Hold off Cruz. Aaron Boone went to Tim Hill. In that situation,
I think it's right here. He's over 3 right now, so this would cash my over 1.5 hits, runs, and RBIs. Hold on, let's make sure you can see it.
Coming out of the game.
Yes, Tim Hill is terribly unhappy with himself.
That's an angry face.
Cruz.
I mean, look, he's over. Like, this home run
Less
just
than
cashes
thrilled. That
everything
ball
for
is
me.
driven in the air to center and deep. Jones back just in front.
I mean, every time it's like it's going 400 feet.
This has been an interesting
It could be a home run in
just for
10 plus ballparks, and center field stole from me on multiple occasions. Not only that, Everson Pereira stole from me. So,
dude, you got to write him a strongly worded letter.
This is a Festivus moment. You're right. This is an absolute Festivus moment. I'm airing all my grievances. I just couldn't believe what happened in those two games. I mean, that was, and when you think about it at the end of the year, now I don't have the exact pricing in my head. Let's just call it 2 units. That's a 4-unit difference, right? It's a 4-unit swing if I went half units on all 4 of those bets, right? No. Yeah, it's a 4-unit swing. I'm terrible at math right now. Half unit. So they're all losses. They would have all been wins if those balls go out. That just happens. It's Yankee Stadium. But they also hit those baseballs to the perfect spots in each of those instances where they, any other ballpark, it seemed like they would, we would have been successful, and then it didn't happen. I don't want to hear any more about Yankee Stadium, how easy it is to hit home runs there. Because
you hit it in the right spot.
Unless you hit it to right center field or directly down one of the lines, it is not that easy to hit home runs. It is not. Anything that's not directly down left field all the way till you get to right center field is just a cavern. It's the Grand Canyon out there. It's insane.
Listen, all I'm going to say is stay away from the nerfy markets, because if you think those 2 nights are frustrating, the absolute circus that takes place in some of these games in the first inning is a nightmare. And shout out to Liddy 714, who said he didn't know that this was an all New York show. I'm a transplant. I used to be from the 714, Liddy. So what's up, homie?
Oh man,
well, Jeff, more a Buffalo fan too.
I'm a Buffalo fan only because of proximity, but I have always been a San Diego Charger fan, and they will always be San Diego Chargers to me. I will never call them from their current location. I won't even say it.
I'm not going to hate on that.
Gus said, go to a 4-shot, just play it on loop for the rest of the show. I don't know if we ever showed this one. Did we show the really bad O'Neal Cruz one? Did we show the one where O'Neal Cruz dropped the pop-up and then 3 runs proceeded to score in the first inning? Because that's a nerfy. That's a really bad nerfy one too. That
I don't need to see it.
Sometimes there's bad beats. Sometimes there's bad bets. That's a bad beat.
Gotcha. My mistake. Liddy's not from the 714. He's from the 805. 714 is his birthday.
714. Okay. Well, Liddy, happy birthday on July 9th or July 14th. Yeah, happy early birthday. Just want you – you could tell people I was the first one to wish you happy birthday this year because I know nobody else has yet. So happy birthday. Glad to be first. A couple of picks that I wanted to mention is I do like Miami to win today. I think Trevor McDonald probably has a breakdown against some of those lefties for the Marlins. He's been significantly worse against left-handers. And I do think McDonald is, he's a fine young pitcher, but he's still got some work to do, especially against those lefties. Max Meyer on the other side, he's been fine in his own right. He's been better in June too. So, that tracks, that helps us. But as well, the main difference that I've seen here actually is in the bullpens. Now we'll see who's really available for Miami because they did use a bunch of arms yesterday, but they should have like their 3 main back end guys, Fairbanks, Bender, and Fauché, I believe is how you say it. I mean, they threw 17, 14, and 9 pitches yesterday. None of them had pitched in the previous 4 days. Like they really should be fine to work again. So those guys, behind Meyer really set up for a solid game pitching for them. And when you look at Miami's bullpen, I mean, quietly a 3.35 expected ERA. The actual ERA is 3.31, right there in line with it. That's 4th best in the majors. I'm talking over the last month here now. So, over the last month, I mean, they've been really solid. And you look on the flip side, San Fran, it's a 5.49 ERA. It's a 4.83 expected. So yeah, maybe they're a little bit better, but that is really where I think, you're getting most of your edge. Of course, like I said, I do like Meyer better than McDonald, but some of their numbers actually lined up. They weren't too far off of each other. So, shout out to Meyer, at least on the expected ERA. He was, significantly better. But yeah, that Miami bullpen, I don't know, any thoughts here on the Miami game? That was a main one where I did like Miami to win. There's also rumblings that they're going to be trading Luis Arias from the other side on the Giants and what's going to happen there. So we'll see what happens. But just really not, I think, a locker room you want to be in on that side. And I do think, much stronger pitching effort from the Marlins. So anything on that game you guys like either? And good to see Katie Taylor in the chat. And she said happy birthday to Lydia, I think not knowing that we were so early. But hey, Katie Taylor's now the second person, I think, to wish you happy birthday. So, Lydia, they're stacked up, man. They're stacked
Happy birthday. That's 3.
3, there you go. Marlins, anything on the Marlins that you guys like?
I like Meyer. I didn't bet anything yet, but I'm a fan of Max Meyer. I agree with what you said. I didn't play nothing yet though.
Yeah, I haven't approached it. I'm looking at what they do in the first inning, and from the first inning and a first 3 or first 5 standpoint, you're looking at what the Giants do. The Giants on the road hit a hell of a lot better than they do when they're playing in Candlestick, or I shouldn't say Candlestick, back at home. So I think that if Miami's going to win, I think that the way to approach this is maybe look at a San Francisco first 3 or first 5 play with the thought being that they might get a 1 or 2 run lead against Meyer, but Miami's bullpen is a lot better than the Giants, and that's where Miami will win the game eventually.
That's what I'm thinking. And we had a similar play that I mentioned it on the early edge this week. I can't remember what day it was, but it was, and it might've been this week. It might've been last week. I don't remember, but it was in the last week here where it was Angels and D-backs. And I said, I think it was, I said in the end, I like the D-backs to win, but I think they may actually struggle. And it was with Walbert Urania, right? D-backs have been better against lefties. Urania really hasn't been bad. So wanted to fade Arizona in the first half and then play them to win. Those get jacked up. Those money line, those odds get jacked up because you're, inversely correlated. So if you go first 5 money line for one team, full game money line for the other team, same game parlay, you go from, it might be, plus 120 for the one team and minus 135 for the other team. Then you get plus 800 or something like that for the same game because you're trying to kind of thread that needle. But I think there's a lot of games that, that happens more often than we think. I guess I'll have to look into it more, but it feels like there's certainly a bunch of games where you could say, hey, the F5 feels like this, but maybe the full game feels this way.
I'm going to, hold on one second. I'm sending a message right now to see if I could pull up that information for you for this year on what we have in our database. Hold on.
That'd be interesting. How many teams, have won the F5, but lost the full game? Because there might be something to that. Rick Funkin said, I'll be at the Chicago meetup. Rick, I'm very excited to see you. And I know Katie Taylor will be there as well. I think she was asking him if he was going, but yes, Jeff, actually, no, she was asking Jeff, which thankfully Jeff is not coming. It probably more so because he doesn't want to face the music than anything. But
man. I'm jealous. I'm gonna miss that meetup at Wrigley Stadium.
Yeah, it should be a good one, man. I'm excited for it, and I'm actually gonna bring out some hats and whatnot. Squishy, by the way, I know you had originally asked me. I think it was for this one.
Yeah,
so I pulled a bunch of stuff. I took a bunch of photos. I'm gonna send you for some hats. But I've got a hat for Katie Taylor's son. That's a Pirates hat. I've got maybe I'll bring a Cubs hat for Rick. I think you're a Cubs fan, right, Rick? Correct me if I'm wrong.
I believe so.
Maybe I'll find a Cubs hat here somewhere for you. But I like to do nice things for people, so we're gonna have some cool giveaways and stuff like that as well. It'll be an awesome time, man. It'll be an awesome time. Yes, Liddy, he's referencing. I think it was Sia yesterday who said Wrigley Stadium instead of Wrigley Field.
Sorry, I didn't. I'm not trying to.
Rob, it's Sportsline, the Sportsline meetup. So we're doing like I can't actually remember how many people it is, but it's growing now to like 15 or 20 plus people from Sportsline are all going to be there. Me, Larry, Sia. I think Buckets is going to be there. Mike McClure is going to be there. You've got
how about this?
So many people. I don't want to leave people out. There's so many people. I don't want to leave people out. But I think that's who was on the original graphic. I don't remember everybody. Larry, I don't remember if I said Larry, but Larry will definitely be there. Those are also the ones I kind of coordinated that we're going to Sluggers. We're going to hit in the batting cage. We're going to play some Pop-A-Shot. It's going to be an awesome time. So if you haven't already and you want to go, reach out to Larry Hartstein. If you can message him on Twitter. I think he's given his email out multiple times to try to make sure people they hit him up. He not only had tickets that were given to him in some way, I think he was getting a severely discounted rate as well. So make sure you reach out to him because we had a certain block of tickets. Then we had to buy a second block of tickets. I think we have to now buy a third block of tickets. We're on that third block. There's like 3 different sections. It's going to be all people from Sportsline. Rob said it sounds amazing. It does sound amazing. It'll be a lot of fun, man. Calvin is going to be there. Yes, Calvin Wetzel is going to be there.
Nice.
What's a cone shirt? Oh, wait, like with the orange cone on it? Oh, yeah, I would definitely wear that. That'd be sick. You have cone shirts? Wow, that's awesome. If you brought me a cone shirt, yeah, I would definitely wear that, Katie. Thank you very much. Thank you. So we mentioned I like that Marlins game. Quick mention here on the Nationals, Cade Cavalli, they moved his start. It sounds like, I guess he's fine. So Cade Cavalli and the Nationals, kind of side with the underdog there. Ian Seymour on the other side is really, teams have been able to get to Ian Seymour in the short work he's had. So that's interesting. Andrew Abbott, if you want to fade him, I don't mind that. But I mentioned it this morning in the Sportsline Discord, Jazz Chisholm. First at bat strikeout. Abbott has just been significantly better against lefties for strikeouts, and Jazz has been significantly worse against lefties for strikeouts. And you're getting plus 220 on MGM, hoping we can get maybe even like plus 250 or better on FanDuel when that line opens up, because generally those are priced a little bit better. Yeah, I think whatever price you're going to get, over that number is solid. Just Abbott, 25 strikeouts in 20 innings against lefties is at least 1 an inning. Jazz has really struggled with those breaking pitches from left-handers. Andrew Abbott's going to kind of force feed that sweeper. Some fastballs in there too, kind of a 2-pitch pitcher against lefties, but still that sweeper, bumped up to 40% whiff rate in the last month and a few of these starts here against lefties. So, 40% whiff rate against lefties for that pitch. I'll kind of ride that and hope we get one of those for Jazz and a 2-strike count. I'll probably play it a couple of times that he faces, Abbott. I mean, at that price, we've got to hit once and we'll be fine. 3 at bats, I'd be totally fine. I think we might get plus 300 on FanDuel too. I think there might be some real solid prices out there. So, look into FanDuel when the lineup comes out, once that's confirmed. It's a 135 game, so we might even get it soon. But that was just one I was looking for there. If we were to, for some reason, get Spencer Jones in the lineup, I would, think that's good too. Looks like we actually got some pricing here. Come on, give us a good number. Come on, it's a drum roll. Give us a good number. Come on, 300, 220. All right. Well, MGM had 220, so I took that earlier anyways, but I would have doubled down and played it again for a little bit more if it was 220.
That was like opening one of those mystery card packs or something. Where you're gonna get a signed player.
Oh man, that was rough. Also, too, look, I like Cody Bellinger, and he's been solid against lefties, but plus 500 for a strikeout, man.
That's not bad. He's not been as good as last year against lefties.
Plus 500. I mean, that's pretty enticing, man, because you're still looking at a 40% whiff rate on the sweeper for Abbott. You know, in the last 3-4 starts here, he's kind of been turning that up a little bit. I think plus 500 for a Bellinger strikeout. That's a very Jeff play right there. Plus 500 for a Bellinger strikeout. I know he was already probably on the Jazz one, but I mean, look, yeah, Bellinger's a significantly worse matchup for us to target. Like Jazz would be the one we'd want to target, but
is Jazz wearing a cup?
Bellinger plus 500. It's a lefty. I would have loved to see Spencer Jones in this lineup because I think his price probably would have been value. His price probably would have been value. I don't have anything else from that game. I mean, Will Warren could go off just as similarly as Cam Schlittler did. So, I could see him going for some strikeouts today. That might be another one where you want to take the Yankees money line and bring the strikeout number down for Will Warren.
I got something.
What do you got here before we move on?
I'm
going speed round right now.
Yeah, no, this is fun. For me, it was just something fun to do, and I feel like I got the best number on MGM, but I think it's caught up now. What did I do? I think I did. Will Warren over 5.5 Ks. Christopher Sanchez.
Kind of juicy, right? Minus 150 or so.
Yeah. Christopher Sanchez over 6.5 and Chris Sale over 6.5 all together for about plus 320. I boosted it on MGM to 369.
Nice. I like that. Go for it.
I was just going to say, if one of the things that over on Weekday Wagers with DG and Robbie and I, one of the things that we've been doing is looking at both the strikeout markets and the 1+ walks market. And if you like guys to hit a home run for the day, I am telling you, play their walk line. Like Ben Rice today. Ben Rice is at plus 110 to get one walk. He has almost a 15% walk rate as it is. The way he's hitting the ball, he's going to get pitched around. You target these guys for, yes, he'll probably hit a home run, but at plus 110, that's a great one. JJ Bleday in that same game for Cincinnati is another one to target. Yeah. You get that one at plus 102. And he's another one who has a really high. I mean, we're talking about a 14% walk rate. Will Warren only induces a 28% chase rate. So he's not really fooling anybody with his pitches. He's either going to attack you or he's going to pitch around you. And when you're looking at Bleday, who's had 5 walks in the last 4 games, at least one walk in each one of those games, but 5 over the last 4, that's a great look at plus money.
Yeah, I've even kind of mentioned that in some of my write-ups on the Sportsline website for some of the total bases specifically, right? Because for hits, runs, RBIs, you could still come away with a run from a walk. But for the total bases, you completely lose like around, 25% of your opportunities. If you're thinking 4 at-bats, 5 at-bats, 20%, right? So you're losing somewhere between 20 and 25% of your at-bats simply by a walk happening. And a lot of times those are plus money, plus 110. I mean, that number has sometimes for Ben Rice recently been into like minus, 110, minus 115, but it's generally not too much further than that. Sometimes you get the guys like, James Wood. I like to do this with him as well. He seems to walk a bunch, minus 140. Like, all right, at that point, maybe we'll decide if we really think it's necessary. But then that kind of gets me looking, and I do this with the guys that are plus money as well. But a lot of times when it's the minus 140, it gets me looking at 2 walks, right? And right. On DraftKings and some others, you can get 2+ walks. And so sometimes those numbers for 2+ walks are like, plus 500, plus 600. I had one on Blade where I had him for 2 walks. It was plus 890, I think, one day, and he walked twice. So there's, I think, some real value in the 2+ walk, the alternate walk, as well as just like the 1+ walk. I wonder what's Rice for 2 walks today, say?
Oh, I just clicked at it. Give me 1 second. I got it right here. 2+ is 660.
I was gonna say it's probably at least 500. So that's solid. So look, if and especially coming off of that home run yesterday, right? It was the deciding factor was his home run. Somebody that's been as hot as that, I wouldn't, he doesn't have Aaron Judge behind him anymore, right? I wouldn't be surprised if we start to see some teams kind of pitch around him a little bit. And when you get later in the game, so with a lefty here, you may get Goldie leading off. Let's see what the projection on the lineup is. It does have Goldie leading off for the projected lineup with Rice batting second. There have been some games, though, where you've had Rice batting first and Goldie, second or third in there. And that then could lead to later in the game when they're bringing a right-handed pitcher in. All of a sudden now, if Goldie is hitting there right behind him, you have a righty who teams generally want to face Goldie with a righty instead of a lefty, just with, his production. So with how great Ben Rice has been, sometimes, you would think, oh, just, we'll pitch this guy. But hey, look, you know what? Walk Ben Rice, get to Goldie in the right on right matchup. When you get Goldschmidt behind Rice, I think is the one where you'll see later in games, right-handed relievers just try to pitch around Rice to get to Goldschmidt or to force the Yankees' hand to pinch hit for him. So, you don't really get anymore where Goldie was the pinch hitter, right? If they brought a lefty in for some of these guys, Goldie would be the right-handed pinch hitter off the bench. Right. We've lost that now with Judge being injured because Goldie's pretty much an everyday player. So, just look for that. When you get Goldschmidt batting behind Ben Rice, I do like those walks for Rice even more than I still like it today, though. I still think it's perfectly fine. And I think that plus 110 is actually a little bit better than it was when I was looking at it last night. So maybe the numbers come back a little bit, but hey, I'll take it. I mean, I know Andrew Abbott, earlier in the season really didn't have a ton of walk issues. It was 1, then it was 3, 2, 2, 3, 2, 2. So he's kind of like in that 2 or 3 range. But recently it's 3, 2, 4, 3, 3, 4. Through May, like he's had some higher 3s and even a 4 walk games. So I could see Ben Rice 1 walk, but maybe even 2 walks. Really interesting angle there, though. I love betting the walks. And it's always better when you bet the walks on the total bases and they like steal one of your opportunities with a walk. But you're like, all right, at least I cashed the walk, though. Right. Like, at least I got a little walk back, right? How about tonight? We had somebody mention Wyatt Langford. I do like Wyatt Langford. I think if you're going to go up against Walker Buehler, like you're probably looking to the left side, but it's still a 45 to 50% hard contact against righties. It's, over 50% against lefties. And the, at least of late, the numbers have been more in line with each other, not really a big split. Lefties are striking out at a higher rate, at least of late, but it's a really small sample size. But they mentioned Wyatt Langford and the hit run RBI. I do like that one. I mean, Langford, 6 hits in the last 3 games here. I mean, 3 hits yesterday with the home run, back-to-back games of the home run. He's been absolutely crushing it. So I do like Wyatt Langford there. Also, too, the Padres have some left-handed relievers that they kind of like to bring in, so that might play to the advantage. But how about on the other side, Nate Eovaldi? I played Eovaldi over 5.5 strikeouts, and I mean, I played him up the ladder too. I think that there's some susceptibility here in this, at least in the projected lineup. Like Ty France is striking out a lot more of late. Gavin Sheets have been striking out more of late. I mean, if you look at just the last 30-day numbers, you get 4 batters in the projected lineup here that are 25% or worse on the strikeout rate. Nate Eovaldi could pick up some strikeouts and some whiffs for sure. I also think he's maybe better than some of the recent numbers give him credit for. Like some of those strikeouts, at least against right-handers, really should be better than what we've seen of late. So I think he could be better. I mean, the Padres haven't been like a great target that we would always think of, like, oh, you have to go and target the Padres for strikeouts. Like generally they've been pretty strikeout averse. And even on some of their season long numbers, they look rather strikeout averse. But at least of late, I mean, the last 5 right-handed starters to face them, Trey Gibson, Dustin May, Andre Payante, Kyle Leahy, Jacob deGrom. It was 7-9, 6-7, 9 for the last 5 right-handed starters for their strikeouts. Shane Baz, mixed in there is Shane Baz between a couple extra 5 and 7 strikeout performances from Chase Burns and Brady Singer. You had a Shane Baz 1 strikeout in there in 5 innings. So, maybe a little bit up and down, but I mean, the majority here, at least of late for right-handed starters, they've been striking these guys out. And I mean, Manny Machado has been rough. I think it was 3 strikeouts last night. Like it seems like it's almost like an every other game thing for him. So, hey, maybe he goes off here today, but yeah, Machado has not been good at all this year. And so the strikeouts have piled up. I mean, deGrom gave up 4 runs early.
DeGrom had a bad night last night and still hit the 7 Ks for plus money.
He had 9 strikeouts last night after giving up 5 runs in the first inning.
Exactly. And
so I just think Evaldi's got some upside is kind of the end point. And I mean, FanDuel had a pretty good number, honestly, earlier. I mean, minus 120 for that number. It was, it was moving around a little bit, so maybe it comes back, but
you can still get a minus 125 on MGM.
Okay, and it's minus 132 at FanDuel now. Like it's moved out a bit. It probably should be more like minus 140.
Yep.
And I wouldn't be surprised if you got it a little bit worse if you saw, a change or two in the lineup. Let's see here real quick.
They're not that great. I mean, they're striking out against right-handed pitching. They're not.
Yeah, they are.
Awesome.
They are. They're striking out against righties. It's definitely worth a shot. Evaldi at home. I'll take that one. So at least real quick on the projections, like Sale actually does project pretty well, at least from my standards and my numbers. Plus money for the 8th strikeout. I know it's Milwaukee, but sometimes when I look at these numbers, I kind of don't always understand where everything is really the nooks and crannies and where everything's coming from. But you know what? If there's, now 2 to 3 projection systems out here that kind of really like Sale today for the strikeouts. I mean, we saw Parker Messick go for 9 strikeouts in 6 innings. Even Martin Perez, 5 strikeouts in 6 innings last night against his Brewers lineup. I will say you had Christopher Sanchez, only 3 strikeouts in 5 2/3. Jeffrey Springs and Kyle Freeland are meh. They didn't have many in 5 innings apiece, but Matt Liberatore, 10 in 5 innings. Like there's been some pop games, and even freaking Connor Pralip in the middle of May, 8 strikeouts in 6 innings. You missed with Shota, you missed with Justin Robleski, you missed with Freeland, you missed with Springs, you missed with Christopher Sanchez. Like there's really only 2 good names, I guess you would say, that missed on the strikeouts. Everybody else has been like 5 or more. Even some bad names at 5, like Martin Perez last night. So, Brewers aren't really one you'd always think of as targeting for some strikeouts, but, Churio, since he's come back, is a 29% rate. Turang, 29%. Garrett Mitchell, if he's going to start, 33%. Cooper Pratt, he's struck out a little bit since he's come up. So you've got some opportunities for strikeouts here, and then you kind of turn it to the last 30 days, and some of those numbers even get a bit worse. So I think some at-bat strikeouts are definitely in order, if not a full game, 8, 9, 10, like take it a little ladder approach. But definitely Churio, Turang, Garrett Mitchell, and, Cooper Pratt. The lefties in Turang and Mitchell, I think are begging us to bet. Like I would not start Garrett Mitchell today if I were the Brewers. I'm not exactly sure why we would. It's a 265 WOBA, a .043 ISO, and a 33% strikeout rate against lefties in 57 plate appearances. Sale's been significantly better against lefties with 35%, 33, 35% strikeout rate. The underlying numbers are better against lefties too, especially of late. Like I think, Sale against those two lefties in Turang and Mitchell is really solid for at-bat strikeouts, but even Churio and Pratt for some at-bat stuff. And hey, if he were to strike out, let's just say through the first time through the order, he strikes out 3 of those 4. Not only would that be great for our at-bat bets, but that would effectively put him, because think about this, right? Say that he just picks up 1 strikeout from the other 5 batters, like 4 strikeouts through the first time through the order. It sets us up really nicely to get to at least 7, if not 8. And at that point, now you're coming back around with, those 4 good options again. Even if you go 2 out of 4 or 1 out of 4, right. You go 1 out of 4 and 1 out of 5, like you're sitting at 6. And he's likely going to get a third time through anyways. So Sale's been a little bit strange, though. I do have to at least admit, I think I got to go look. This is like a strange little unique stat, but like I'm pretty sure he's been not great the first time through the order for strikeouts, and then like really turns it up the second and third time through. A couple times I bet him he's like stifled me the first time through, and then just goes off the second and third time. I think I really have to dive in and look at it and see the pitches he's throwing the first time versus second and third. But I think he's doing something completely different in that first time through than he's doing the second and third. So more to come on that next week. I'll maybe, write something up too and see. I think it's really interesting since we'd like to bat the first at bat strikeouts. Maybe Chris Sale is more of like a second at bat strikeout guy. All right. Anything from like these are all the early games are what I highlighted. And then, you have some games later. So anything from the later slate here that we like, guys?
Yeah.
I just want to transition real quick because you're talking about strikeouts right now that you like. If you're looking for a first at bat result to end in a strikeout,
I love it. Let's hear it.
Kyle Schwarber has been just printing money. I mean, it's ridiculous.
So you get him here against Freddie Peralta.
I just put together a 3-guy strikeout parlay.
Oh, Jeff, listen up. Jeff, listen up. The 3-man first at bat strikeout parlay. This will be
no. So this is different. Not first at bat strikeouts. This is just to record 1+ strikeout the entire game.
Oh, I love it even more. Let's go.
Kyle Schwarber. Why?
He's already
45% K rate over the last 15 days.
He's
games,
striking
I'm
out
sorry.
for sure.
Zach Neto. I targeted him last night. He cashed for me last night. I'm going back to the well on him today. Why? Dude cannot hit a curveball. 46% whiff rate versus a curve. Love that spot for him. In fact, he's 39%. He has a 39% K rate over the last 15 games. He's striking out 1.8 a game. The next guy, Spencer Torkelson. Torkelson, how do I say this? Can't hit the ball right now. He's got a 33% K rate. He literally 1.5 strikeouts per game. He's batting 154 over the last 15 games, but he is having a hard time right now seeing the ball and catching up to it. He's not normally a guy that is so easy to target, but right now he is in that range. And absolutely, you get all 3 of those together. I got it for minus 120 for all 3 of those guys. The first at bat for Schwarber has cashed the last 4 games, and today that's at plus 170.
Wow.
I just put it in minus 123 on DraftKings, so it looks solid to me. This is like one of my favorite ways to bet because, and I mean, obviously, like we're betting minus 500s and stuff like that. So, take it for what it's worth. But kind of one of my favorite ways to bet because all we're really doing is just honing in on 3 batters that generally are striking out, once in their 4 at bats. But then you can kind of go into like, well, this guy isn't doing well, not seeing the ball well. Like if you're not seeing the ball well, you're not, comfortable at the plate. Pitchers nowadays are so good, especially relievers, that like if you're getting 2 at-bats off relievers and you're not feeling good and not seeing the ball well, like those strikeouts are just going to pile up towards the end of the game. Like it's just with ease, you're going to be struck out. These guys come in with their high, relievers looking at like 14, 15, 16% swinging strike rates all over the place because it's just the nature of what they do. They go max effort for 1 inning. It's just who they are, what they do. And it's also very cutthroat in the bullpen world. So having the nastiest stuff, like you have to have nasty stuff if you want to pitch later in games. So I love the approach there. And I just put it into tail with you.
Well, listen,
I like the Schwarber one too.
I will tell you this:
Go ahead.
the other guy that is a absolute staple every single day in, day out, Eugenio Suarez for Cincinnati. He's not in the lineup today. I was looking for him because you put Schwarber and Suarez together, and they're not giving you a first at bat for Suarez simply because it may not happen in the first inning, so they only give you like the top 2 or top 3 in the lineup.
Top 3 on DraftKings, yeah.
So he's typically
MGM has everybody. MGM has everybody pregame, as does FanDuel once the lineups come out. And FanDuel has the best prices almost every time.
For a first at bat for everybody?
Yeah. It's under plate appearance. FanDuel is under plate appearance, and MGM says at bat. MGM will have them like the night before. Like MGM puts it up based upon projected lineup, and if they don't start, it just gets voided. So like even if something happened and someone got like hurt in the first inning in the field and then they were like hitting 9th, like they didn't start the game, so I believe it would still be voided. So that's the nice part. You can bet them, well in advance, and even if they don't play, it is what it is. You get your money back. The reason to wait sometimes is just because FanDuel is giving you a lot of times like a much better price. So,
and they're giving the lineup order now. So they're started to. This is the first time I've seen it. Was this morning on FanDuel. They're putting in a little green. They're highlighting in green like what place in the order the person's batting.
I like that.
I think that's pretty cool.
I like.
What's up, Kim?
What is going on, Kim?
Madam Presidente, good to see you on.
So I also wanted to mention real quick. Jason said Yankees 2+ home runs -105. Yeah, I like that one. Why not? Right? The price is a little bit depressed than normally what we see for over 1.5 for a team, but kind of rightfully so. I do think Andrew Abbott is liable to give up a couple of home runs, and if not, then the bullpen definitely is. What about from Elijah? He said sticking with Jackson Churio. I think that's Churio. Over 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs -135, and Jeremy Pena. Are you all right, bro? He didn't spell anybody's name fully out. Jeremy Pena. No, I'm just messing with you, bro. Thank you for being here. I think I like the Jeremy Pena one a lot less than the Jackson Churio one. The only thing with Jackson Churio, you are going up against Chris Sale for that price, -135. You're laying a -135 going up against Chris Sale. Kind of means one of two things. First thing is that it's probably like a still projecting as a pretty good play. To have that price against Sale for -135, you are the away team as well. So that helps. But you also face a bullpen that like Robert Suarez was used a bunch last night. I don't think he's going to be used again tonight. If he is, certainly wouldn't be used on Sunday. Raisel Iglesias almost blew the game. Like that bullpen was a little bit shaky last night. And so, I don't dislike the Churio one. I think I like that one better.
I will say, Amags, Robbie Hockey.
What's up, Robbie?
What's going on, Robbie?
We do weekday wagers together. He has been on fire with the hits, runs, parlays, his home run parlays, his batter walks. I mean, they have been killing it. He posts everything over at juststatsports.com. So use promo code weekday wagers 50, gets you your first month 50% off. A little shameless plug if you don't mind there, but
plug away.
I love this look today.
Yeah, and I like that. So taking it down to the 1+ hits, runs, and RBIs level, Jordan Kurtz and Luke Keeschall. He said Kurt's cleared in 18 to 20. Yeah, Kurt's been a beast. I bet you that's 1+ is what, maybe minus 400, something like that.
He's getting plus money on all three. That's not bad.
So yeah, for all three, he's gonna get plus 108. He said Luke is 18 of 20 and Alvarez is 19 of 20. So yeah, taking a few guys there that have been killing it on the hit rate.
I like Jordan to hit a long ball today too. I think that's a great addition. Jordan is a very good bat that I like today.
Going up against Joey Cantillo.
Actually, Jordan, Buxton, and
2 home runs
Brandon Lowe
against lefties. All right. So last thing there is just that Argetti, Sports Savant, said didn't know how to spell it. K's against the Guardians could be worth a look. He said because we suck, so he must be a Guardians fan. And yeah, I mean, Argetti, I think was due for some regression, right? We've kind of seen that in June. 4 earned, 3 earned, 4 earned in the last 3 starts after really being solid for like the better part of 2 months. But 7 strikeouts in each of his last 2. Kind of don't hate that when you're getting a bit of a lower number, and you get let's see here on the side of the split. So better against lefties, and you're going to get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 lefties here tonight. So better side of the split for Argetti. You've got a Cleveland team that looks significantly worse than last year for strikeouts, and I guess I wish the swinging strike numbers were like a little bit higher for Argetti, but he's still 23, 24% on some of the whiff rate stuff. Like, could be a little bit better. He's still getting strikeouts, though. You've got him on 6 days, so 5 days of rest, so he gets an extra day. And 101 pitches last time, 95 time before. So I mean, he's projected, as always, then to get the work. So yeah, I do like that one. And Billy Russo said Samad Taylor over 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs. Yeah, he's been pretty good actually. It's a pretty good number there for him. I mean, I will say, I do like Nate Eovaldi on the other side, but that's more for some strikeouts. So Churio. Okay, so hold on. Katie Taylor said Churio's plus 105. I was going to say minus 135 against Sale. It's kind of a tough number to bet into against Chris Sale, but she said if you have DK, it's still plus money.
Well, that's much better.
And then Jeff says, I'm on the aisle hungover, so I'm cooking a 5-leg parlay. Drop your favorite. Must be plus money. Leave your plus 140s for minus 140s for somebody else. Well, drop those plays in the chat. If you guys got anything else, let me know. I want to make sure we can get us out of here. It's 11:56. We've got places to be. It's Father's Day. We've got bets to make. We've got different things to get in. I appreciate everybody being here, man. And Katie Taylor gave us a great way to, I think, end it. She says her home run round robin for today. Katie Taylor also, excuse my language, fucking crushes this kind of stuff. So let's see what happens here today.
She's got Jordan.
JJ Leday. Is that Brandon?
I got B-Low. I got B-Low.
Brandon Lau,
yeah,
not
dude.
Nathaniel Lowe.
No, it's Lau against Sugano in course.
Sugano, yeah, exactly. I do like that one, and then you get Shea Langoliers to wrap it up. Who it is? She said, "You know who it is," because she's a Pirates fan.
I love it.
Pirates fan. How about that Pirates hat right there? That's a pretty sweet hat.
Nice.
That's a good one, dude.
That's a good one, man. That's a good one.
Hey, DG, what's up, my man? This is you cannot get this hat unless your kids go to Curly School, elementary school.
Look at that.
So represent that one, huh?
Oh, man. Well, good to see DG right at the end here as we wrap it up. I appreciate everybody coming through. I mean, hey, look, 170 people watching concurrently. That's awesome. I really appreciate that.
Subscribe.
Some awesome stuff. If you can, I'll give Liddy a little shout out here. Liddy said he likes his Dodgers over 4.5 on the team total. Seems like free money. Yeah, I actually don't dislike that one either. So you get, they are the home team, but Home team you think is going to be winning, so probably losing the 9th inning at bat. Maybe look for 7 team total. If you can get, over 3.5 might be the way to go there.
Dodgers on the run line, if you want to play the full game on that, is the best look on that.
There you go. Dodgers on the run line. Yeah, there's a couple teams here on the run line, or if you wanted to just go money line parlay, I think you could do that too with some of those heavy favorites. You got quite a few heavy favorites out there today. So, yeah.
I threw a quarter unit.
Yes, Matt. He's at 158 subscribers, 170 watching. It's linked in my bio on Twitter. Click on my name. Is linked. I'm yelling here. Is linked in my bio on Twitter. Just go to the bio on my Twitter. Click my face. Go to my profile. It's linked right there. If we get to 200 subscribers I'll do this. If we get to 200 subscribers before the July meetup, that's like 2 weeks, is it not? It's like a week. Sorry. If we get to 200 subscribers before the July meetup, I'm gonna do something special at the July meetup. So
I will too. I will be involved in that. I may have to buy a ticket for somebody.
There'll definitely be some surprises at the meetup. But not only that, we're going to be doing some more live shows next week in the middle of the week for day baseball. And that's going to become actually, I think, more of a standard weekly thing. So I wanted to get it done this week. Couldn't get it fully off. I literally just read I Am Stanic's comment said tarps off. And my brain said off. Maybe we'll see what happens. I Am Stanik. Is that going to get you to buy a ticket and come out? Oh my gosh. Well, Jeff said keep your shirt on, man. Oh man. And DG says the key to getting more subs is to do a retro fireman calendar. You know what? That might be the surprise. I might have to.
Do you know the story behind that?
I don't, but I'll do it if I have to. I'll do whatever it takes.
I will be very, very quick with this. So every Wednesday during football season, Robbie does a segment that we call Robbie's Radar, and he gives us the four people that he's looking at to target for NFL player props for the upcoming weekend. And DG does the graphics behind it. He does a great job with the graphics, and he puts these cartoon characters together. Like, sometimes the players are superheroes. Other times, it's just all these different settings. I don't know what he put in to describe what he was looking for, but we had a Robbie's Radar consist of what really amounted to, how like a fireman's calendar where they've got the firemen in the fire pants, but they're shirtless and they're just all 4 guys were in some sort of shirtless pose as Robbie's having to try to describe why he likes them. Not only was it the highest rated show, our subs took off after that.
Wow. So all right, I might have to do this. We'll see what happens. We're gonna get some cool graphics going on. Chat GPT is gonna have me in climbing up a burning building or saving a cat from a tree or something, and we'll go tarps off.
So cool.
Robbie said gained a whole new audience. Yes. And Liddy is asking, how do you subscribe? He said, tell us how. So if you're on Twitter, just go to my profile on Twitter and click the link in my bio, which will take you to my YouTube page and should allow you to subscribe. The only way that it won't let you subscribe, I believe, is if you don't have a YouTube account or like a Google account that you've signed into your YouTube. So just make sure you sign into your Gmail account, and then it's going to allow you to subscribe. Whatever you got to do there. But yes, on YouTube, I'm trying to get to 200. If we get 200, I already am bringing surprises and gifts for people and whatnot out to Chicago, but we're going to do some cool stuff. And next week, like I said, going to start a more consistent weekly day baseball show. So I appreciate you guys. And as we leave, Fergie said, give me a 3-pick lock parlay. You got to go back and watch because Mark gave it to us. Mark gave us a 3-pick strikeout parlay. I'm going to end the stream, and I want Ferg 2 times 369. What a name to go and watch. about 10 minutes ago, Mark gave us a 3
We got 2.
strikeout. It might not
We
even
got
have been 10, but search the last 10 minutes of this show and you're going to find it.
We got
he gave us
the
3 strikeouts.
we got
Minus
the
123.
the 3-player strikeout. We have the 3-team Nerfy.
Yeah.
There's
There's
full inning Nerfy. There's all sorts of looks. So the walk, Ben Rice for the walk, by the way.
Ben Rice
Hey.
for the walk. There you go. We'll give you one for free. All right. Enjoy your Father's Day for everybody here, not only in the chat, but Squishy, Mark /Rob. And I appreciate everybody popping in. Matt, of course, getting here. Liddy, DG coming in late. We got so many friends. I can't even highlight everybody. Kim, thank you for being here. I know Katie Taylor was here earlier. Where's her comments? Katie Taylor, she gave us the round robin home run. I'm going to screenshot this so I don't forget. The round robin home run. She gave us that pick. There were so many picks. Big time Tigers fan said he loved it. We love big time Tigers fan. All right. Have a good weekend. Cut. How do they do that?
I think you have
Come
to end
on.
the stream.